Scott Fraser dropped to the bench, but crucially perhaps, Frankie Kent and Kenneth Vargas are injured. And Rodgers is forced into one change from the Dundee game in midweek. After 52 successive starts in the Premiership, Callum McGregor misses out through injury. Paulo Bernardo comes in. Dyson Maida has scored more goals against Hearts than any other team. 21 goals in its last 22 matches, and that was after going 8 games without a goal. Some way to end a barren spell. Adam Ida has certainly made his presence felt. Brendan Rodgers' first ever league match with Celtic was here. He won his first title here, but also lost 4-0 here once upon a time. Stephen Naismith masterminded that. Two-0 win at Celtic Park.
Yeah, well, this feels pretty big, doesn't it? And both teams. Of course, Callum McGregor, how are Celtic going to cope without their leader?
Celtic will return to the top of the table if they win here after Rangers' shock defeat at home to Motherwell. 10 games to go for Celtic in the Premiership. The fun begins. 10 games to go for Celtic in the Premiership. The fun begins. Although they lost at home to Hearts in December, they made a brisk start here on their first visit this season. 1-0 up after 4 minutes. 2 up after 23. And that's the kind of start they'll be looking for today. Johnston. Now Yang. Making good progress and sliding this through for O'Reilly. Kingsley blocked it. Corner.
Well, Yang certainly found his feet in the last game and a half. Good little shift there, and he just slightly heavy with the pass. O'Reilly does well, actually, clatters into the towards behind the goal. Celtic an opportunity from the corner.
Greg Taylor. It's Matt O'Reilly to send the cross in, and Shanklin was the one to knock it away. Scales. Carter Vickers, who has the captain's armband in the absence of Callum McGregor. Side here against Maida.
That's really lazy from Dyson Maida. Not getting himself back on side. It's lazy there, really. Don't often accuse him of being lazy, but he isn't. Joe Hart goes in behind. The issue for Hearts, Ian, this afternoon, how brave are they going to be with this formation? Gone 2 up top. Warren Shanklin isn't one who really likes to run the channels. They need to find a way of creating for him. Brendan Rodgers said in his interview before the game, the key is controlling Warren Shanklin.
James's brother Alan Forrest is up alongside him today in the absence of Vargas, and here he is. Forrest made room for the cross. Ewenhoff trying to keep that alive, but it's grabbed by Hart. Hearts are sitting comfortably in third place. On course for another crack at Europe. Stephen Kingsley takes charge. Shanklin. Vickers holding up Forrest. Joe Hart's clearance. for them.
Alan Forrest will be the one who makes those movements in behind, runs the channels. Celtic will have a high line for most of this game.
Rolls. Grant. Cochrane. Taylor's header. Carter-Vickers steers that away.
Nervy that from Greg Taylor, could have gone back to Joe Hart. Didn't take the chance.
Hoisted high by Kingsley, but Mbakisa isn't getting anywhere near that. Not a good black eye for Greg Taylor there. Carter-Vickers for Johnston. Now Yang. Iwata. O'Reilly. Scales. Taylor. Loose touch from Taylor, which Forrest was onto. Now Nieuwenhof. Matt O'Reilly, who been feeling rather unwell this week. It would have been a loss to lose him as well as McGregor, but thankfully he recovered. Here's Yang. O'Reilly. Free kick is given against him.
Well, it's one of those where Matt O'Reilly wins the ball. Where's he supposed to follow through to? You can't stop yourself. Your foot has to follow through in that situation. Momentum takes him through.
Matt O'Reilly had already given Celtic the lead here back in the October encounter. Nieuwenhof, Forrest, tickled away by Bernardo. Mbakisa has actually won all 7 of his previous games for Hearts. Can he keep that going?
The combination play. Just there, Forrest, lovely touch, wonderful touch, and the early cross from Lawrence Shanklin. All the Celtic defenders flat-footed. Cochrane had more time than he thought. Get back and make amends, and now an opportunity for Hearts.
An early opportunity for Hearts, lifted in by Cochrane, away by Scales. Carter Vickers just holding off Shanklin. Beningame now. Hearts just wouldn't let Celtic out. Forrest turned away by Scales. Johnston calm. But the Hearts like what they see. Yang will.
He's let a few go, hasn't he, Don Robertson? I don't mind that if he's consistent. That was a foul. Cochrane just catching Yang, trying to pop the ball off. Thing is, he set his stall out to let a few go.
Johnston. O'Reilly over the head of Ida, away by Lembikisa. Iwata. Carter Vickers' return to action, a big plus for Celtic. Johnston looking for Ida, and it's intercepted by Kingsley again.
Yeah, that's really well defended. Good run. Good ball from Alistair Johnston. Timing of his run out of Ida really excellent.
Taylor. Hearts haven't actually conceded a goal from the corner this season in the Premiership. I didn't want to say that before that corner was taken, just in case. You're going to run onto this. And the penalty is given by Don Robertson. Cochrane's challenge. It will be checked, of course, but it looks like Celtic have an early penalty.
Well, I've got to say, my initial reaction was no penalty. I think Yang, let's have a look from this angle, getting his body in. I think it's a 50-50 challenge. Yang trying to get across him, he goes to ground. I think that's harsh on Hearts, but what an opportunity for Celtic to take the lead. The fact that Don Robertson awarded the penalty, I don't think they'll overturn it, but that's a soft one.
The penalty has been given, but they're just taking the attacking phase of play, making sure there was nothing untoward in that, which looks unlikely, so it will be a penalty, this, by the look of it, and that is confirmed now. A penalty and a chance for Adam Ida to add to his early collection of Celtic goals. An individual duel between Zander Clark and Adam Ida. Who will come out on top? Celtic need a penalty taker, and he did score a couple at Hibs. They had missed 4 of their last 7 before that. Here comes Adam Ida, and Zander Clark makes the save. And how pivotal could that be? But they're checking whether he came off his line. He didn't, and the save stands.
Well, how big a moment could that be? Penalty with no great conviction from Adam Ida.
A yellow card here for Yang for a high boot on Cochrane.
James certainly come to life this game. I'll tell you what. High boot from Yang, you can see Zander Clark on his line. Tries to go down the middle. Zander Clark doesn't go too early, leaves that his trailing leg. What a huge moment.
Celtic thought they'd found a penalty taker in Adam Ida. but now he's missed for Brendan Rodgers. And they've now missed 5 of the last 10. Looked at now by John Beaton, who's had a busy start on the VAR front. Looks like he might be called to the monitor.
Is Yang's. So you depends the way John Robertson sees this. I suspect he may be seeing red here.
Well, I've been a good referee sticking with their original decisions of late, but this doesn't look good for Yang as John Beaton tells Don Robertson to have a look at this.
It's one of those where it's Cochrane's head. Well, Cochrane doesn't really duck down, and that goes against Yang. But his boot is high, catches Cochrane in the face. Could be going here.
Well, that is the case, and Celtic, having missed a penalty, now find themselves down to 10 men as Yang is sent off.
His boot is high. I think it's one of those, it's an unfortunate one for Yang. I think he's made a genuine attempt to play the ball. In this day and age, it's a red card offence.
Go down to 10 men. What a weekend we're having in the Scottish Premiership. Carter Vickers wins that. Lembikisa for Cochrane. Cochrane's cross comes off O'Reilly and hearts of a corner. And they have hope and they have belief with an extra man early on. George Grant to float the corner in. Liam Scales won it. So sending that to Shankland. It's not the worst cross, but it's gathered by Hart.
There's not one Lawrence Shankland who has a trick to go past players, but a couple of early crosses have caused Celtic a problem, really. Looks like Celtic are gone with Maida as a central striker, up alongside Adam Eder. Go to a 4-3-2.
Cochrane. Shankland is going to go for this, but might have been offside anyway. Johnston. Wata. O'Reilly. Trying to pick out Maida. Wata, who scored a cracker here in that game back in October.
Really good piece of play from Grant initially, looking for the run of Alan Forrest, didn't come.
Johnston, Ida.
Celtic sending off. The Hearts have the opportunity to really exploit Celtic in the wide areas.
Taylor lost it. Now has it back. Bernardo. Swerving Grant. Iwata. Riley. Hearts win at Celtic Park in December was their first there since 2009. They haven't won back-to-back games against Celtic since 2006. Maida has picked out Ida, no flag yet. Ida looking to make amends for his penalty miss, taking the long way round and using O'Reilly! And it's gone in, but now the flag does go up for that earlier offside.
Why wait that long? My initial thoughts were Adam Ida was offside. Celtic played away out of trouble brilliantly. Let's have a look. I mean, he's a good way offside there. Actually keeps it alive well. Adam Ida. It was one hell of a finish. Bernardo, but they should have called that one earlier. Blimey.
Happens a lot now and frustrating for players, fans, commentators. Celtic won 4-3 here last season in the first live game that used VAR. Not much went on that day, though. Already a fair bit going on this day. Ida's penalty saved by Zander Clark. Yang sent off. Rolls. Forrest for Grant. Forrest again. Johnston stifled the cross, but Cochrane and Grant still hoping to plan something. Forrest didn't make the run.
Just not on the same wavelength there. Grant and Forrest. He'll be a little bit frustrated. The numerical advantage, Hearts, but made anything of it just yet.
Over the past 12 games in the Premiership, only Rangers have taken more points than Hearts. They did lose heavily at Ibrox. And been on quite a winning streak before that. Catching Yambakisa.
Yeah, they're just not moving the ball quickly enough, Hearts. All a bit tentative. Quick switches. Celtic narrow three-man midfield. Too many touches that allows Celtic to shuffle across.
Cochrane. Out of reach for George Grant. Beningame topping that back. Likewise Bernardo. Rolls. Newhoff. Himself into good places, good positions. Forrest just delayed. And Matt O'Reilly stepping in.
Got to work hard there, Adamida. Team it down to 10 men. Make sure he really gets on the side of the ball there and shows for the ball to give Johnson an out.
Celtic have won on their last 5 visits to Tynecastle, but a man down already as they look for 6 in a row.
Stephen Naismith hopping around in his technical area, really wanting that quick switch of play, demanding it, and it's not happened yet from Hearts. Has now.
That's on cue, Lembakisa. Made room for the cross. Forrest with a header, just couldn't steer it goalwards.
Good run. Alan Forrest. There's the quick switch. It's the run on Cameron Carter-Vickers. Can't direct the header on target.
Stephen Kingsley for Cochrane. Civic. Lembakisa. Cochrane. Screened by Carter-Vickers. Kingsley. Cochrane. Grant. Ping towards Lembakisa, and that worked out well. Shanklin hovering edge of area. Taylor keeping Lembakisa busy. Still got his cross in though. And Johnson had to turn it away before Cochrane could move in.
Well, he was cool then. Mr. Johnson just wondered whether Cochrane, on his heels there, reacts. Should be proactive and make the run, get in at the far post.
George Grant's corner. Shanklin has Carter-Vickers on his case. A long throw coming from Stephen Kingsley. Civic and Rolls potential targets here for Kingsley. Liam Scales commanding. Lembakisa gives it back to Kingsley. That's a good cross. And Shanklin's header is diverted over for a corner.
Fist in from Kingsley. Good delivery. I think it just does enough there.
Cochrane available for a short one here. Grant, Beningame. Grant finally delivers, and Joe Hart with a telling touch.
Yeah, just got there. The Joe Hart. Rooted to his line from corners, but comes for that. And that's a decisive punch.
Corner from the other side now for Alex Cochrane. Another short corner. Cochrane for Nieuwenhof. Adamida blocking that. Cochrane now straight through to Hart.
A bit of innovation there from the corner. Adamida did well to react.
Johnston up towards Ida. It's a deft touch. He's pretty much on his own at the moment. And he goes for it himself. It was a corner.
Yeah, that's really good. Adam Ida and Celtic have that option. Good run in behind. Held the ball up really well and eventually gets a shot off.
The 10 men of Celtic hoping something might come of this. Maida's header was close.
Haven't conceded this season yet from a set play, but that's as sloppy as anything in the Hearts' defence. They go zonal. Nieuwenhof doesn't attack the ball. Maida does, and he can't direct his header on target, which he should have been able to do.
Kingsley pings one towards Lembakisa, but too much height on that one, and Kingsley just moving uncomfortably for a moment. Carter-Vickers clearing straight to Beningame. Now Forrest. Cochrane outside. Nieuwenhof. Grant. Rolls. It's Cochrane. Away by Iwata. Scramble clear by Scales. Back by Rolls.
Surprised Rolls didn't take the opportunity to get a shot off. He worked it wide and Celtic scrambled the ball clear.
Hearts, remarkably, have only scored 4 first-half goals at home in the Premiership this season. And Shanklin squeezed one in the Edinburgh derby with a controversial penalty. Carter-Vickers over towards Maida. Greg Taylor will latch onto this. Maida. Iwata. Nieuwenhof intervenes. O'Reilly. It's the corner off Beningame, and Celtic probing again.
Make something from one of these opportunities.
Matt O'Reilly again to ask the question. Kingsley clears. Bernardo didn't really connect, and Nieuwenhof sends it away. Iwata. Bernardo close by. Bernardo taking on Rolls. Got his cross in. O'Reilly. Ida just beaten to it by Civic.
Yeah, Bernardo does really well. Sends the ball up. Hearts eventually scramble it clear.
Corner. Taylor's cross away by Lembakisa. Scales. Sidestepped Shanklin. Taylor blocked by Grant. Johnston. Iwata. Inside the last 10 minutes of the first half. Iwata now for Johnston. Ida and Maida waiting for service. O'Reilly will keep this alive. And another corner.
A really good early ball from Alistair Johnson once again. Maida not far away.
Shimoki Iwata has an issue for Celtic, so there'll be a slight delay to this penalty. Already without Callum McGregor. Looking at Celtic's record without their captain, they have actually won the last 10 games without him. In the Premiership, this is the first game he's missed since 2021. Here it comes from Matt O'Reilly. Bernardo Iwata.
Just rushed it. Still hobbling. Iwata. Poor quality there.
Well, the only shot on target in this match so far was Adam Ida's penalty. Hearts will be hoping to change that.
Yeah, I think there's been a fair bit of drama though.
It's edgy. Cochrane. Over the head of Shankland. Maida turns it away from Mbakisa. Growing a bit of hair now, Dyson Maida.
I'd like to be at the age where I can do that again.
Another long throw coming from Stephen Kingsley. Towards Rolls, but Adam Ida coming in useful again. Mbakisa, good switch to Nieuwenhof. Shankland, and again it's deflected over.
Well, Scales does brilliantly. Such a clever little reverse ball this is to Nieuwenhof. He's onside. And Scales smells the danger in and around Lauren Shankland. Decisive challenge.
Scales is having some season. Cochrane floating that one in though, and Scales there again. Not much on the clearance though. Forrest. Oh! Somehow got that across, and that caused consternation again.
Flash that across. Really well. Scales gets out to him, he just delays there and fires a ball across.
There is a handball check going on the VAR front. It's still going on, hence the delay to this throw. This is what they're looking at.
Oh, his arms. Is it Iwata? His arms out away from his body. He doesn't know much about it. His arm isn't within the silhouette, it's below the shirt line. It's accidental, but I tell you, we've seen them given.
Well, John Beaton having a busy day on VAR. This would be a surprise, or would it? Who knows these days, but they're still checking it.
He's not looking at the ball. His arm comes out, ball hits him on the elbow. You never know up here.
An anxious wait for Celtic and for Hearts and for Don Robertson, who would quite like to hear some news soon.
They'll probably send him to the monitor eventually.
I think they are going to send him to the monitor shortly. They're just checking the attacking phase of play again, as they have to do on all incidents, just in case something happened in the build-up, but that looks unlikely here. And Don Robertson is going to come over for another review. This handball rule is baffling sometimes, but this is going to be interesting.
He's been told to go to the monitor. Tells you everything. As harsh as it is, I don't know which way the referees are thinking nowadays, but I suspect the fact it's been manoeuvred to the monitor will give this.
The arm is out. Don Robertson makes the decision. A penalty. 2 Hearts. After Celtic missed one earlier. George Grant actually took a penalty against Aberdeen in January after Lawrence Shanklin had missed 3 in a row. And Grant has the ball now.
Can't believe that Shanklin wouldn't take this.
Well, he has scored a couple since missing those 3, but it's George Grant who's on this one, and Joe Hart will be hoping to do what Xander Clark did at the other end with Adam Ida. Shanklin has to stand and watch as the responsibility falls to George Grant. Grant stepped up, and that is a perfect penalty. Hearts may not be in this title race, but they could be having a say in it. Celtic, a man down and a goal down on an extraordinary Premiership weekend.
I've got to say, brilliant penalty. Shapes up to go to Joe Hart's left, and he wraps his foot round it. Cool as you like. So Bryce Shanklin didn't take it. Grant pops that one in. I don't know whether anybody expected this. Stephen Naismith, his team are in front. An opportunity for Hearts to go on and win this, and Brendan Rodgers, he's got plenty of thinking to do.
Well, there's actually going to be 6 minutes added on to this incident-packed first half as well. Penalties at either end. The referees will just point to the handball rule on that one. Rules are rules. Daft rules.
Yeah, I think that's the issue. Clearly accidental. He's not looking at the ball, but they'll say the referees that his arm is out away from his body, hits it below the shirt line, and go with that.
What's going on in this first half? Castle. Hearts have something to hold on to, something to protect, or something to add to. Grant. Ida. Maida. Ida. Taking this one on. Plenty of power, but it's always heading wide.
Rushed it a little bit, I think, and I made it open up, just didn't catch it cleanly enough. Worth the pop, just needed to steady himself.
Six extra minutes confirmed in this enthralling first half. Joe Hart will claim that. Forrest was showing interest. Forrest racing towards Hart. Ida took that in well, but here's Grant having a second swing at that. Ida O'Reilly. Johnston. Free kick given eventually. And Celtic respond in stoppage time. Time to dig deep, but they're capable. Matt O'Reilly floated in towards Liam Scales. Toby Civic met it. Taylor. Scales determined to send the cross in, but it's a disappointing delivery. Brendan Rodgers looking for his 100th Premiership win as Celtic manager, but there is work to be done on that front for sure, with 10 men and trailing 1-0. That's high up when it comes to keeping clean sheets. This season in the Premiership, another one today would bring them back-to-back wins over Celtic. Got a long way to go. Vickers. Lingamy. Civic.
Did well. Did really well.
Ryder was looking the favourite for that one. Scales across to deal with this effectively, although his clearance has gone to Grant. Forrest. Grant. Scales in clear, now Maida. Ida. Rolls quickly moved in on him.
He's getting really tight on Adam Ida. He's up there on his own. He's occupied. Hearts back three. Allows Rolls to go in. Get touch tight.
Samuki Iwata. Brilliant from Beningame, who's hurt in the process. Forrest has got Shanklin to his right. He uses him! Lawrence Shanklin once again! The main man for goals! The top man for goals! 2-0 to Hearts! And after Rangers fluffed their lines yesterday, Celtic appear to be doing the same.
Well, he gets an opportunity like that, he's not going to miss it. Iwata Daly's on the ball, and Forrest drives, and it's all about the timing of the pass. I think he's just onside. The ball pops out to him, but he's not going to miss those opportunities. He rarely misses those opportunities. Got such great awareness. First time into the far corner. Celtic have a mountain to climb, but Iwata, why did he wait so long as the ball popped out in the finish?
Well, the offside lines are being drawn at VAR HQ to check this. So another anxious wait to find out if that goal stands for Lawrence Shanklin. It would be his 27th of a remarkable season if it does. But we wait to hear again from VAR today.
Yeah, it's Cameron Carter-Vick has actually claimed for an offside, but I think it was one of those he had little choice. As Forrest pops the ball out, it's very close. They're taking the time. Hands are probably shaking drawing these lines.
Well, it's a big decision because they are deciding whether it's 1-0 to Hearts or 2-0 to Hearts. And the wait goes on as John Beaton and his VAR crew draw those lines to see. It's been a eventful VAR-packed first half, and it looks like there's such a wait for this decision. It looks like this could actually swing the way of offside, but we'll wait to hear properly. The definitive verdict still to come.
Well, massive moment this. Huge difference between 1-0 and 2-0.
It is going to be offside. And the goal does not count for Lawrence Shankland after all. And it is only 1-0, and that was tight.
That was really tight. My initial reaction was level and onside. I'll argue with the lines.
It's been a boring first half, hasn't it? Forrest chasing this. Shankland wants it. Denied his 27th goal of the season, but he'll be coming back for more, and Hearts are coming back for more now in this elongated first half. Carter Vickers clears the cross from Rolls. Scales wins that. Shankland onto it. And the flag is up against him for offside now. Again. Still another minute to go. Plenty of time for something else to happen.
Absolutely.
Taylor's cross. Oh, he didn't look too far away from that, although it was certainly a pacey delivery.
Yeah, absolutely.
54 eventful minutes come to an end. A tale of two penalties. Adam Eders saved by Xander Clark. George Grant's planted in the opposite corner to where Joe Hart went. Celtic a man down as well with Yang sent off, and Lawrence Shankland had a goal ruled out by the tightest of tight offside calls in first half stoppage. And he has scored 8 goals in 10 matches against Hearts. He actually scored in 8 successive matches against them before that defeat in December. George Grant's penalty has given Hearts the edge after first half full of VAR checks. Adam Eders penalty saved. Yang sent off. Lawrence Shankland scoring, but disallowed for offside. Second half has got a lot to live up to, although the only 2 shots on target in that first half were the penalties, bizarrely.
They were. Lively first half. The Hearts goal, had it gone 2-0, really difficult for Celtic. Decisive change at half-time. Kyogo on, be interesting to see how Celtic shape up.
Celtic's subs have made that could be added to, even though he's been unusually short of goals by his extremely high standards. George Grant pressing. Celtic cope with that. Thought they'd gone 0 up, but it wasn't to be for Lawrence Shankland. So he stays on 26 goals for the season.
It's like Dazen Maida has come out to this left-hand side for Celtic. It'll be a little bit lopsided. It's a free kick.
failed to score once on their Premiership trebles this season, but it was in this city. At Hips. Beningame, Nieuwenhof. And the clipped by Maida. Iwata, Ida, O'Reilly, Kingsley, Oweda.
Dropping back, and with days of Maida as well. The run.
Carter Vickers, Johnston. Carter Vickers again. Shankland moving in on Iwata to good effect. Beningame now. Will be brought back for a foul by Tanuki Iwata.
And the Hearts player surrounding Don Robertson, saying he should have cautioned Iwata. Not so sure about that one.
George Grant's free kick, straight to Joe Hart. Maida rescues that.
Wasn't the best throw, was it, from Joe Hart?
Ndakisa. Grant. Civic moves away from Maida. Shankland. Grant. Rolls now. Forrest for Cochrane. Carter Vickers down. Into Rolls. Ndakisa, Shankland just pulling back here. Shankland's shot. Routine for Hart. Quick kick towards Adamida. Toby Civic is with him. Roll kick.
Ida feels a little bit hard done by there, the quick kick. She gets clipped. Ida.
Cochrane. Carter Vickers. Civic onto it. Giving that to O'Reilly though. O'Reilly ran into Rolls. Cochrane now looking for Forrest. Carter Vickers close by. Shankland for Grant. Beningame. Rogers has lost 3 times to Hearts. More defeats than against any other team in Scotland. Cochrane, Grant. There's a bit of room here. Slipped it through for Forrest. Scales once again reacts.
He does well. Ball in, little underlap, Scales there.
Grant available for a short corner.
Joe Hart got the kick out. That was messy.
Apologies.
As well there to sidestep. There's a Maida. Dips on him. To hold on to it with Shankland.
Rolls. Kingsley. Now Beningame. O'Reilly. O'Reilly looking to make it happen. Kyogo! Deflected wide for a corner.
Well, the Hearts players aren't happy. They felt it was a foul. It was a foul on Beningame from Iwata, but Celtic really quick in transition there. O'Reilly finding Kyogo. Shot taking the deflection.
It's Matt O'Reilly to take this corner. And Carter Vickers got to it.
Tell you what a chance that is. Powerful standing jump. To get over and get that down.
Carter Vickers dealing with that. Scales dealing with that. Greg Taylor. Maida. Johnston into Ida. Kept in by O'Reilly. Blocked by Kai Rolls. And Ingamy gets involved to good effect for Hearts. And now they have a free kick, a foul by Carter Vickers.
Never say Celtic are down to 10 men, but really brave on the ball. Make the most of the attack, and Vickers there. People call that a good foul, with Hearts countering.
Carter Vickers over the top of Forrest. Grant back to Rolls. Nudged down by Scales, but only to Lembekisa. Shankland moves away from Scales. It's Neuenhoff, an unfortunate stop ball. It doesn't matter because look who's there. It looks like that one's going to count for Lawrence Shankland, who is having a sensational season. 2-0 to Hearts after all, and you couldn't make up this title race.
Well, he's absolutely lethal, Lawrence Shankland. Brendan Rodgers talked about the need to control him. Celtic don't pick up the second ball. Shankland drives the inside, pops it out to Neuenhoff, who slips, but Shankland's alive, sniffing out where the ball's going to bounce. And then he has this wonderful awareness. It's a really clean strike, a clean finish into the corner. Past Joe Hart, devastating from Lawrence Shankland.
John Carver watching Lawrence Shankland ahead of the internationals. And Amina's taken that down, but Zander Clark is watchful. Lawrence Shankland does have his 27th goal of the season after all, and 6 in 9 games against Celtic. And there's a long way back here for Brendan Rodgers. Rodgers' 68-match unbeaten domestic run in his first spell at Celtic ended here with a 4-0 defeat. Bizarre day that was. This is not quite at that standard, but it's certainly been a strange one. Grant, Forrest.
Really controlling the game now. Hearts in the middle of the park.
Nieuwenhof. And Bekisa just out of reach for Forrest.
Yeah, I suppose one of the dilemmas, decent ball in, Forrest not getting on the end of the dilemma for Brendan Rodgers. Putting Kyogo on, another attacking play, but you're a man down. He's not really one to pick up second balls. Celtic being dominated in the middle of the park.
Taylor. Maida. Maida. Terrific challenge from Nieuwenhof. Way off target from Tomoki Iwata, a scorer in style here back in October.
And Matt O'Reilly having a word with Iwata. Better to pop that off, but just watch Shankland here. Pops it off. He's the first to react. What a finish that is. Brilliant finish. Doesn't miss many. Crucial second goal for Hearts. Put the daylight for them.
Remember when he went 8 games without scoring earlier in the season? He's now got 22 in his last 23. In his last 14 Premiership games. Hearts wouldn't want to think about what life would be without.
That's an incredible stat, isn't it? 53% of Hearts' goals. Stephen Naismith will think, well, we need more goals from other areas. Feed Lawrence. He doesn't miss many.
Zander Clark was looking for Cochrane, who just made contact, or did he there with Johnston?
Well, how he doesn't see yellow for that is pretty remarkable. Clip there, and that left to Johnson, who would have been away.
O'Reilly. It's another free kick. Cochrane again.
Get a yellow eventually.
Celtic need something to happen here as we enter the final half an hour at Tynecastle. It's Matt O'Reilly to float it in, but no takers.
No. The Celtic attackers moving towards the near post. Not one goes round the back. And Matt O'Reilly, I think, is asking the question there. Shrug of the shoulders.
Cochrane. Shankland. Forrest. Mr. Johnston. Iwata. Johnston to Ida. Tracked by Rolls. Well, Ida has it back, but now giving away a free kick.
Yeah, he did really well initially. Under extreme pressure, the ball round the corner.
In the Premier League, Burnley Bournemouth happening at the moment. And it's followed by the Manchester derby with an earlier than usual kickoff of 3:30. And there's Monday night football as well, as Arsenal go to Sheffield United. It's been quiet on the VAR front in this second half anyway.
Give it time.
I used it all up in the first. Taylor. Wata. Rolls for Grant.
Hearts now can really dictate the pace of this game. Celtic need to press them high. Can't exploit that when they play through them. Celtic have really got to go after this and be brave on the ball.
Rangers beaten at home by Motherwell yesterday. Celtic had the chance to go top today, but they certainly aren't making the most of it at the moment. Albeit down to... It's Kyogo! But it's collected by Zander Clark.
His first turn is brilliant, and the run is, and it opens up for him. Tremendous awareness.
Forrest again. It's found a way through, or almost did, to Nieuwenhof. Flipped away by O'Reilly. Rolls. Lembekisa. Really come onto a game for Hearts. Just tickled away by Scales. Now Ida. Assisted by Iwata, who's continued running through the middle, along with Maida. Taylor. Johnston. Ida! Didn't really connect.
That was a chance. He knows it. A couple of brilliant headers in the last 7 days, just misses it completely. It's on the ball. Connection not there for Adam Ida.
Stephen Kingsley has a problem for Hearts, which needs attention. Stephen Naismith hoping to become the first Hearts manager to win back-to-back games against Celtic since Valdas Ivanauskas, remember him, back in 2006. 2-0 at Celtic Park in December. It's 2-0 at Tynecastle today. And all this without Frankie Kent, who's been an imposing presence in defence, as Brendan Rodgers takes time out to have work.
Issue with Frankie Kent, the big one for Hearts, I think, has been colossal.
Macaulay Tate is going to come on, the 18-year-old who made his debut as a late sub in that win at Celtic Park in December. And we think he's going to replace the scorer of Hearts' first goal, George Grant. Johnston going long here towards Kyogo. It was a difficult one to bring down.
The run is excellent from Kyogo from deep. Good diagonal ball. Joshua Kingsley had dealt with that very well at all.
Carter Vickers up towards Ida, hopped on to Kyogo. Maida will get to this. Heel for Taylor didn't work out at all.
It's got to be a lot cleaner than that. There's Maida.
Scales. Celtic needs someone to step forward. Kyogo trying to force his way through. Running across, saved by Xander Clark and cleared by Cochrane.
Tell you what, Kyogo not far away there. I think O'Reilly may have been looking at Adam Ida there. The cross shot, big hand, Xander Clark.
Close but not close enough for Celtic as they look to find a way back into this game with 20 minutes to go.
Yeah. We'll take one goal. Celtic to play Hearts. Does Kyogo get a touch for that? Maybe. That's a big save.
George Grant showed how to take a penalty. The first penalty given against Celtic in the Scottish Premiership this season. And he's being replaced by 18-year-old. Team of the year last season, and Stephen Naismith not afraid to throw him into the conclusion to this. Ida.
Really good pressure from Hearts there at Celtic. Going to try and play the way out from the back. Hearts pressing Brendan Rodgers' team high up.
Last time Celtic came from 2-0 down was in this city at Hibs back in 2020. 2-0 to 2-2. And Brendan Rodgers is going to bring on Daniel Kelly, who came on and scored that stunner on his Premiership debut against Dundee. Johnston. Maida! That was up for offside anyway against Tyson Maida.
Just too high, wasn't it?
Well, Macaulay Tate has been pitched in for half. Keeping the ball for Celtic. Taylor. Facing Clark, collecting.
A good run. He's a rider. He's had a good game though, hasn't he?
Cochrane. Straight forward for Cameron Carter-Vickers. Carter-Vickers has only lost one of his last 76 matches in the Scottish Premiership, and that was against Hearts as well in December. Celtic staring at a defeat here unless they can continue their rather useful scoring late goals aplenty this season. Kingsley, Cochrane, Forrest available. Got his cross in, Shankland's header, not much on it.
Yeah, one of those to generate all his own power there on the back foot.
Celtic at their most dangerous in this spell of matches, 21 goals. Final 15 minutes and stoppage time this season in the Premiership.
How many were 10 men though?
Beningame rolls. Hearts would happily accept a third goal as an insurance policy against a Celtic comeback. Forrest with a strike which is deflected. It's a corner. Alex Cochrane will come across to take this.